Off to Hull. Her three is good.
Lexie Hull, a Team USA gold medalist, a deadly three-point shooter, and a defensive beast, is sitting on the bench while her team is getting smacked. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is racking up double-doubles. But guess what? She's stacking L's too. Make it make sense. How does a 3-on-3 specialist, someone literally built for this format, get just 8 minutes in 2 games? And why is Reese stuffing the stat sheet but not leading her team to wins? Is it bad coaching? Is it politics? Or is Reese too focused on chasing stats instead of actually winning games? This whole situation is shady, and fans are starting to notice. People are calling out Unrivaled for misusing Hull, while Reese's numbers are looking more and more like empty stats. Here's the real question. Is this about basketball, or is something else going on behind the scenes? Could all of this be part of a bigger move to attract Caitlin Clark to the league? And if that's the case, what does that mean for Hull's future? We're breaking it all down, no sugarcoating, no bias, just facts. Buckle up, because this one is about to get spicy. But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out, we've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. For a player like Hull, who thrives in the 3-on-3 format, it's baffling to see her play just 8 minutes across 2 games. Let's get this straight. Hull has international experience, elite shooting accuracy, and strong defensive skills.
2 games where other people got to play a lot and she didn't. So 2 games are 2 games, okay? And so for 2 games, we see Lexie riding the pine.
So why is she sitting out while her team flounders? Is it bad coaching, team politics, or are there deeper motives behind her limited minutes? Her team, the Rose Basketball Club, currently holds 0 wins and 2 losses. That's right, 0. Meanwhile, Reese is stacking stats but failing to convert them into wins. Basketball is about team success, not just numbers, and the Rose Basketball Club seems to be missing that memo.
I don't need to stay here and be in Miami and just sit on the bench. Maybe that sounds harsh.
Hull isn't some rookie still trying to find her footing. She has Team USA experience, FIBA 3x3 medals, and a proven track record as a sharpshooter. In the WNBA, she finished 2nd in three-point percentage last season, and she's known for her scrappy, high-energy defense.
People were commenting in the chat that, man, whoever, when Lexie's guarding the person with the ball, they don't score.
The 3-on-3 format should be her playground. So why is she getting less playtime than a microwave burrito gets cooking time?
Not only that, she was being good. Like, the problem isn't that Lexie Hull has been garbage. Lexie Hull has played well.
The strategy of the Rose Basketball Club is puzzling at best and self-sabotaging at worst. Hull is built for this format. Her shooting, defensive prowess, and court awareness make her a dangerous weapon in 3-on-3 play. But instead of utilizing her strengths, she's left watching from the sidelines while her team struggles. This isn't just a minor oversight, it's a major coaching blunder.
The problem is that her team doesn't need 3-and-D because they rely on the double ball handler strategy.
Angel Reese's stat sheet looks impressive, double-digit points and rebounds, but her efficiency? Not so much. 5 turnovers, 42% shooting, and crucial errors in crunch time tell a different story. While she aggressively pursues rebound about marketing than basketball, fans are starting to put the pieces together. If Hull was truly brought in to make the league more appealing to Clark, that would explain why she's benched despite being one of the best 3-on-3 players on the roster. And if that's true, it's not just a waste of talent, it's an insult to the integrity of the game. Think about it. When Hull signed with Unrivaled, whispers started about whether this was all a master plan to get Clark. The Fever duo is close, and Clark's star power is undeniable. It's no secret that leagues, teams, and brands would do anything to attach themselves to Caitlin Clark's name. So, is Hull just a chess piece in Unrivaled's marketing scheme? If so, that's a huge slap in the face to Hull's talent. She's proven herself time and time again. She's not just some bonus piece to lure another player. She's a competitor, a shooter, and a defensive stopper. She deserves minutes on the court. The Rose's game plan is puzzling at best. Instead of using Hull's elite 3-point shooting, they rely on a double ball handler strategy that forces shot creators into inefficient plays. Their offense is predictable, their spacing is weak, and their reliance on isolation play is costing them wins. Simply put, they're playing checkers while the rest of the league is playing chess. Meanwhile, players like Kayla McBride and Kate Martin on other teams are thriving in roles that Lexie Hull would excel in catch-and-shoot opportunities, defensive lockdowns, and structured team play.
And then we saw Kate Martin have one of the best performances of the weekend with a double-double at the guard position off the bench in limited minutes, where she did unbelievable.
These players are given the freedom to play to their strengths, and guess what? Their teams are winning. Instead, Hull is collecting more splinters from the bench than actual minutes on the floor, and fans are starting to take notice. This coaching strategy isn't just questionable, it's borderline sabotage. If your team struggles to space the floor, and you have one of the best three-point shooters on your roster, why on earth isn't she playing? Imagine having a Ferrari but keeping it parked in the garage while driving a scooter instead. Make it make sense. It's not like Hull has shown signs of struggling either. When she's had the rare chance to play, she's knocked down shots, hustled on defense, and done everything you'd expect from a player built for this format. Yet somehow, she's still glued to the bench while her team loses games they could easily win if they adjusted their strategy. Let's be real. Hull's absence from the rotation is hurting the Rose far more than it's helping. Her ability to stretch the floor and create spacing is a necessity in 3-on-3 play, yet her team continues to ignore it. Whether it's bad coaching, favoritism, or just sheer incompetence, something has to change before the Rose go from struggling to completely irrelevant. Social media is on fire with fans calling out Unrivaled for misusing Hull. Comments are flooding in, questioning why a defensive star and sharpshooter isn't getting playing time. If the Rose Basketball Club continues to ignore Hull's potential, they're not just hurting themselves, they're insulting the fans who know what she's capable of.
People are saying, oh, she should have never went to Unrivaled. I still think, look, she's getting paid, 100 and something K, at least. Could be paid up to $250,000.
The uproar is real. Fans are venting their frustration on every platform possible: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube comments, and basketball forums. People want answers. How does a player with Team USA experience, elite shooting ability, and top-tier defense get sidelined in a league format that plays directly to her strengths? The numbers don't lie, and neither do the fans. One fan put it perfectly. Hull is a defensive weapon and a three-point sniper, yet she's stuck watching from the sidelines. What are they thinking? Another fan added, if Unrivaled actually knew what they were doing, Hull would be getting at least 10 open threes per game. This is embarrassing. Some fans are even calling for the coaching staff to be questioned, demanding an explanation for why Hull isn't getting minutes. Is it favoritism? Is it a misguided strategy? Or is it something deeper? Others have gone as far as suggesting a boycott of Unrivaled games until Hull gets a fair shot. They believe her being benched is not just hurting her career, but damaging the credibility of the league itself. When fans feel like they're being ignored, they don't just stay silent, they take action. The more Hull sits, the louder the fans get. And let's be honest, basketball fans don't let things slide. If this pattern continues, the backlash is only going to grow. The league needs to wake up before it finds itself dealing with a full-scale Free Lexie Hull movement. This situation is reaching a boiling point. If Hull continues to be benched while Reese racks up empty stats, fans will only grow louder. The Rose Basketball Club needs wins, not just flashy box scores. If they keep this up, their season will be over before it even begins. And let's be honest, at this rate, it won't just be a rough season, it'll be an embarrassment. The frustration isn't just coming from the fans. Analysts and former players are starting to weigh in. Basketball minds are questioning the logic behind Hull's lack of minutes. This isn't just a case of a coach playing favorites. It's starting to look like a systematic failure in understanding how to build a winning team. Meanwhile, the Caitlin Clark conspiracy looms large. If Unrivaled is using Hull as a pawn in a bigger play for Clark, then this drama is far from over. Could it be that Unrivaled is prioritizing future publicity over actually winning games? Are they sacrificing real talent today for the possibility of signing a superstar tomorrow? If so, that's a dangerous game to play, and one that could backfire spectacularly. Let's not forget, Lexie Hull is not the type to sit back and let this slide. She's a competitor. She's worked her way up, proved herself on every level, and earned her spot in the league. If she's not given a fair shot, don't be surprised if she speaks up or finds a team that truly appreciates what she brings to the table. One thing's for sure, this story isn't going away anytime soon. The longer Unrivaled keeps Hull on the bench, the louder the outrage will grow. Fans are watching, analysts are talking, and Lexie Hull? She's just waiting for her moment to prove why this entire situation is a massive mistake. All right, y'all, that's a wrap on this one. Lexie Hull is sitting on the bench while her team struggles. Angel Reese is stacking stats but not wins, and Unrivaled's game plan is looking more confusing by the day. Something just isn't adding up, and the fans are making their voices heard. But what do you think? Is this bad coaching, team politics, or a bigger play to bring Caitlin Clark into the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear all your takes on this drama. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest WNBA updates. We're bringing the heat all season long, so stay locked in. Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.